Hi everyone, welcome to Trav Shots with Nishan Krishna. This is a continuation of my travelogue in Kodaikanal. If you haven't checked out my previous videos, please do check it out. I'm going to put those links in the description below. I create interesting travel info videos, so if you haven't still subscribed to my channel, please do so and also hit the bell icon to be notified on the next video. I have several beautiful videos coming up in the next 1 to 2 weeks. Yet another bright and a sunny day in Kodaikanal. Today's day we're going to start with a bit of a divine touch. The first place that we're going to explore today is the Kurunji Andava temple in Kodaikanal. It's quite an iconic place, very famous for its the deity Lord Murugan. I'll give you some more details about it as we start traveling towards it. And we were off to Kurunji temple. We saw a different Kodai this time. It was a bright and a sunny day. The Kurunji Andava temple has a history. This temple is not just another abode of worship, it has a rich historical past. It was constructed in 1936 by Lady Leelavati, an Australian who married the Solicitor General of Ceylon. Hindu scriptures inspired her so much that she converted into a Hindu, and after her husband died, she built this temple commemorating his memory. One can also buy stuff from many shops that sell a variety of things inside the temple premises. Honey is one such thing that you must buy, especially when the Kurunji blooms are blossoming. Such honey is said to cure many illnesses as it possesses medicinal value. And that was the view outside the temple. On one side you have the Parni hills and on the other side the Vaigai river, and it looked beautiful. If you plan to come here during peak summer months, you may find a lot of people thronging the temple. Therefore, it is suggested that you come here early in the morning when you see the scenic beauty around and pay your homage to Lord Muruga. There is another restriction for tourists. Photography and video shooting is not allowed inside the temple premises. And that's also the reason why I could not shoot anything inside the temple premises. But the scene outside really looked beautiful. And next we were moving to the Great Kodaikanal Lake. I have a lot of information to share with you and it might just be very interesting. But before that, just enjoy the scenic beauty that was on the way to the lake. The lake is said to be Kodaikanal's most popular geographic landmark and tourist attraction. The important fact about this lake is it is completely man-made and star-shaped. There are boating clubs formed at the lake, which also gives you permission to swim in the lake after the membership. Best time to visit the lake is during summer, which is anytime between April to June. During this period, you will be able to enjoy the pleasant breeze and several activities. There are several activities that you can enjoy while you are visiting Kodaikanal Lake. Some of them are boating. There are normal boats as well as luxury boats, and you can go for one of your choice or budget. Flower show. It is one of the best parts of this lake. You are taken within the lake and can ponder upon beautiful flowers of the lake. Fishing. It is another activity that can be tried and enjoyed at the lake. The lake is home to many local fishes. The roads taken around the lake also have the activities of horse riding and cycling, which you can enjoy. There are boat clubs formed, which after certain enrollment or membership allows you to swim in Kodai Lake. To our dismay, none of these activities were allowed during our visit due to the global situation. So we could only drive through and take some pictures. Hopefully things improve when we visit next time. Our next spot was the beautiful Bryant Park. Here we are at Bryant Park. Bryant Park is basically a botanical garden which has about 350 species of shrubs, trees and plants. So let's explore. Bryant Park was simply a delight to the eyes, nothing more that I could say. Situated on the eastern side of Kodai Lake, Bryant Park is a botanical park and a blessing on the hill station for those interested in botany. The park is known for many kinds of flowers, hybrids, and grafts. Cut flowers from the park are also used for exporting because of their good quality and a wide range of variety. The park also has a glass house with many fine varieties of flowers which adds on to the overall charm of the place. In the month of May, a flower show also gets conducted in the park, which is a part of the summer festival attracting many tourists. The show is organized by the Department of Horticulture and showcases many kind of vegetables and flowers which are brought from neighboring villages and compete for various prizes. One section of the park is dedicated to an exotic rose garden that prides itself on the unique and rare species grown there. Along with all this, the park is also a perfect place to just go and relax amidst the refreshing greenery. And with that satisfaction, we move to the next destination.
So guys, here I am at Coker's Walk, which is known for its breathtaking views. It's one of the most iconic places in Kodaikanal. Now let's just explore.
Coker's Walk is a 1 kilometer long stretch of paved path. Many tourists visit the place for morning and evening walks to get a glimpse of the sunsets or sunrises. The overlooking view is surrounded by hills, plateaus and rivers and is simply breathtaking. As either of the edges, the pathway is flanked with fences in order to avoid any unwanted accidents from occurring. Since I was there in the evening time, I was lucky enough to witness a wonderful rainbow that was formed. It just looked magnificent. There are vendors inside the Coker's Walk selling food and clothes, thus attracting the attention of those interested in buying them. We just had a great time at Coker's Walk. Our local transportation was organized by Crescent Travels in Kodai. They have a huge fleet of cars ranging from Indigo to Innova to vans. For any inquiries regarding transportation or any bus ticketing services, you may contact them. They are a very hospitable travel partner and I would recommend them for any transportation requirements for your next trip. These are the places that we missed as these spots were closed due to the situation now. Most of these places are open from October 1st, though policies keep changing now and then. I do not want you to miss them.
So this concludes this edition of Craft Shots. In case you have liked it, please do share this with your friends and relatives. And also if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so because there are lots of interesting videos coming up. Till the next one, signing off, Nishant.